Christy, this is a big one here. This is a big one coming up, and I think it's a pretty big misconception, right? That, we value the things we want to do prior to the camp, and we value a strong performance at the camp. But we don't necessarily talk always about things to do after camp, which to a coach can be the utmost important. Talk to us about it.
Ooh, I think this is probably my favorite topic of this live today, because you're right. It is so undervalued. A lot of people overlook it. Please make sure to follow up via email. Heck, even send a letter if you want. Make sure that you say thank you. I actually just went through this with my spouse, who's, a head soccer coach, had a recruit on campus, after an ID camp, super pumped to have this kid on campus. And we were waiting around all day, and the next day we're like, kind of weird that the kid never said like, hey, thanks for having me, coach. Nothing. Kind of just puts a little bit something in the back of your head saying, were they really excited about it? So if there's anything that I know I said this earlier, but go and thank the coaches that were on the ice or on the field with you. Go and shake their hand, say, hey, thank you so much for being out here and teaching us. Thank you so much to the host school. Send emails to, all of those coaches that were on the ice or field with you. And then also, go ahead and thank those scouts that were in the stands. 9 times out of 10, you will see a list of all the coaches that were in attendance. So you'll be able to send them, emails as well, even if they weren't there, again, on the ice or on the field with you. And then definitely ask a lot of questions, especially for the ones that are out there coaching you during these camps. They're going to take mental notes, or probably even write them, after the day is done, and be like, you know what, this kid did really well in this, but needs to work on this. Make sure you ask those questions. Like, hey, coach, I know that there were a ton of kids there. It was a really big camp. Do you have any feedback for me? I thought I excelled in this drill. Would you potentially agree with that? How was my footwork? You could also keep it general and say, what areas did I not excel in? Those two things are things that you should 1000% be sending to these college coaches. And then depending on what time of the year it is, if you already know what team you're playing on for, this upcoming summer or fall, if you, for some odd reason, have your schedule already, send that to him saying, hey, coach, I'm playing on the U19 Rockets, and, my schedule should be coming soon. I'll send that to you later on. So they already know you're planning ahead and you want them to come see you again. Sorry, that was a little long-winded there, Phil, but had to make sure it was said.
No, absolutely. And again, you just summarized some of the precursors, right? And then I think it really ends with a bang when it comes down to just some of the things that are absolutely pivotal after the math, right? And if we highlight just, again, the number of student athletes potentially that can be at a camp in comparison to the small ratio of coaches, instructors, or whoever may be conducting that camp, it becomes absolutely pivotal that we have some kind of follow-up and follow-through outside of the camp, after the camp. And keep in mind, if you don't, Christy, as you referred to, as you alluded to, that may be the coach taking it as, hey, this student athlete is not necessarily interested in our program, or maybe we didn't do a good job with the camp for this specific student athlete, right? So don't let that college coach get a false interpretation of what you are or who you are and what you came to accomplish at that camp.